And at a certain point, you're going to realize that you're kind of running out of room at the bottom. And what you're going to start doing then is reduce the amount of weaves that you do in each row. What this is going to do is create a V shape that follows the shape of your stick, which will let you keep weaving on top without crowding the bottom. So, as I showed you here, there are less and less stitches or, weaves on each row. And then at some point you're going to run out of yarn. So I chose my next color yarn, which was yellow, and I went ahead and tied that yarn onto the same place where I ended the green yarn. So I tied off the green yarn, and then I tied on the yellow yarn in the same place where I just tied off the green yarn. And from here you can just continue your pattern as you were. You never have to change colors, but if you want to, this is how you do it. I only cut so much green yarn, and when the yarn was done, I thought I would use a different color. So here I'm using the yellow now. And then at another point, you're going to either run out of yellow or run out of yarn of your next color, or you just are ready to switch it up. I was ready to switch it up, so again, I tied off my yellow yarn and I tied on a new piece of green yarn, and I carried on my pattern. Again, reducing the amount of weaves I did in each row. Once you get to the top, the very last stitch, the very last weave at the top of your loom, you're going to do the opposite. You're going to start increasing the amount of weaves you do in each row. So if you got up to the very top, you only had one, then the next time you're going to weave down 2 strings, then you're going to weave 3. And here's a nice little example of how that's going to start looking. See how my green yarn matches up with where my yellow yarn was. And again, from there, you just carry on. You carry on with that pattern of now you're increasing the amount of weaves in each row. The amount of weaves in each row should be equal to the amount of weaves in the other rows that you did from the previous color, or from when you were decreasing the amount of weaves. Now you're increasing at the same rate. And here I made a little mistake. I went over twice. And that's no big deal. All I had to do was just undo that. I undid some of the weaving that I did just to get back on track. And I just kept on weaving. This project took me about an hour to complete. You're seeing it in the abridged version. But you can take breaks, you can do it all the way through, you can start it the next day, and you can use as many colors as you want, or you can only use one color. So get out there, find some sticks, and start weaving.